Всем доброго времени суток, с вами, как обычно, Игорь-чтец, и мы продолжаем проходить игру Век дракона 3 Инквизиция. На сегодня планы такие, что, скорее всего, мы будем осматриваться в наших новых владениях. Ничего такого сверхъестественного я не планирую. Калину мы там не все вопросы задали. В общем, будем сегодня, наверное, в основном без боевки проводить эту серию. Если вообще будет боевка. Мне кажется, это маловероятно. Пока просто пообщаемся с персонажами, посмотрим замок.
We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Barrett's insistence. Apparently I spend too much time with a serious expression on my face, and it's bad for my health.
Расскажи мне о Кирквале.
What was Kirkwall like? While I was there, Canary occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between mages and Templars fell apart. An apostate blew up the chantry, and the Knight Commander went mad. Other than that, it was fine.
Расскажи мне о восстании.
What happened between Kirkwall's mages and Templars? You were at the conclave. You must have heard people speak of it. Yes, but you were there. There was tension between mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare.
И как же все закончилось?
What happened then? The Templars should have restored order, but Red Lyrium had driven Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion, turned on her own men. I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far. So you opposed her? I stood with the champion against her, in the end. I should have seen through Meredith sooner.
Понятно. Тебя долго не было.
You were away from Ferelden for 10 years. Was it strange being back there again? Strange? No. If anything, the opposite. I was not sorry to leave Ferelden when I did. I had no desire to return. But leaving Haven was more difficult than I would have imagined. Not just because Corypheus forced it upon us. It felt like I was abandoning my home. I never thought I'd feel that way again.
Расскажи мне о море.
You were in Ferelden during the night. Did you fight Darkspawn? No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower. The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there during the Blight.
Что происходило в круге?
What happened at the Circle Tower? Few who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I would prefer not to speak of it.
Окей.
I'll let you return to your work. Another time, then.
Так. Военврач.
Inquisitor, is there something I can do for you? I should really focus my attention on the injured.
Раненых много.
Do we have many injured men?
Fewer by the day. The most grievously injured did not survive the journey to Skyhold. As for the rest, they either heal or... I try to make the passing painless.
Разве у нас нет магов?
You aren't a mage. Shouldn't we let the mage healers deal with this?
Magic can't cure everything, and we shouldn't rely on it. Science, your worship, is the way of the future. Good health isn't magic, it's diet, exercise, and a balance of the humors.
Греческая философия.
I haven't seen you before.
The commander brought me up from the refugee camps. I've been helping the pilgrims in simple ways, setting broken bones, simple amputations, and such. We need all the help we can get.
As you were.
Your worship.
Понятно все. Так, поискать Коула. Это тот мальчик, с которым мы встречались перед нападением ублюдков.
It has no business being here.
Wouldn't you say the same of an apostate?
Inquisitor, I wondered if Cole was perhaps a mage.
given his unusual abilities.
He can cause people to forget him, or even fail entirely to notice him. These are not the abilities of a mage. It seems that Cole is a spirit.
It is a demon.
If you prefer, although the truth is somewhat more complex.
Он помог нам.
Cole warned us about Corypheus at Haven. He saved a lot of lives.
And what will its help cost? How many lives will this demon later claim?
In fact, his nature is not so easily defined.
Speak plainly, Solas. What are we dealing with?
Demons normally enter this world by possessing something. In their true form, they look bizarre, monstrous.
But you claim Cole looks like a young man. Is it possession?
No. He has possessed nothing and no one. And yet he appears human in all respects. Cole is unique, Inquisitor. More than that, he wishes to help. I suggest you allow him to do so.
What do you mean by possession?
Spirits and demons cross over from the Fade by attaching themselves to something in this world. But Cole has willfully manifested in human form without possessing anyone.
Ну, а как же демоны из бреши?
The demons who came through the breach, or through the rifts, weren't possessing anything.
These demons were drawn through against their will, driven mad by this world. But Cole predates the breach. From what we can tell, he has lived here for months, perhaps years. He looks like a young man. For all intents and purposes, he is a young man. It is remarkable.
Я поговорю с ним.
I should hear what Cole has to say for himself. Where is he now?
If none of us remember him, he could be anywhere.
Haven. So many soldiers fought to protect the pilgrims so they could escape. Choking fear. Can't think from the medicine, but the cuts rack me with every heartbeat. Hot, white pain. Everything burns. I can't. I'm going to. I'm dying. I'm dead.
Ты как?
You're feeling their pain.
It's louder this close, with so many of them.
Would you like to go somewhere more comfortable?
Yes, but here is where I can help. Every breath slower, like lying in a warm bath, sliding away. Smell of my daughter's hair when I kiss her goodnight. Gone. Cracked brown pain, dry, scraping, thirsty. Here.
Thank you.
It's all right. She won't remember me.
Ты добрый дух?
You're using your powers as a spirit to help people.
Yes. I used to think I was a ghost. I didn't know. I made mistakes, but I made friends too. Then a Templar proved I wasn't real. I lost my friends. I lost everything. I learned how to be more like what I am. It made me different, but stronger. I can feel more. I can help.
Ну давай оставайся и помогай.
If you're willing, the Inquisition could use your help.
Yes, helping. I help the hurt, the helpless. There's
Главное, чтобы он потом не вышел из-под контроля, как
It hurts. It
дух у Андерса.
Someone make it stop hurting. Make her, please. The healers have done all they can. It will take him hours to die. Every moment will be agony. He wants mercy. Help.
Иногда все-таки... Ну, я не знаю, какие у него повреждения, чтобы судить о том, есть ли у него шанс или нету шанса. Но сделай то, что он хочет.
All right. Help him.
It's all right. I want to stay.
Просто иногда бывают такие раны, которые трудно вытерпеть, но тем не менее шанс на жизнь остается. Так, Кассандра говорит: если вы полагаете, что этот Коул действительно хочет помочь Инквизиции и сможет сделать это безвредным образом, я готова дать ему шанс проявить себя. Поскольку Солос настаивает, что это дух, принявший облик молодого человека, а не демон, насильно овладеющий своей жертвой, я допускаю, что он может и не быть опасен. Тем не менее, способности Коула тревожат меня. Я бы попросил Лилиану выставить за ним наблюдение, но большинство людей в Скайхолде то ли не видят этого духа, то ли не помнят о нем, даже если их напрямую информируют о его существовании. Слуги жалуются на странные происшествия, вещи лежат не там, где их оставили, порой их находят в совершенно неподходящих местах. Но опять же, не могут ни увидеть, ни вспомнить виновника. Вреда от всего этого на данный момент нет, но я продолжу наблюдать. Кассандра. Коулу нравится, что Инквизиция помогает тем, кому плохо и тяжело. Да, в этом мы с ним солидарны.
Roderick was sorry before he died.
Совестно из-за чего?
Did he tell you why he was sorry?
Blood everywhere. Monsters, madness, dying. We're all dying. The herald stands against it, and heads turn. Desperate and simple, pure voices in the chantry. Years since I'd sung the song and felt it flowing through me. This is real, this is real. So long since I'd felt it. Falling, flying, faith. And I fought him, and make her forgive me. I hope I did enough. He hates it all because of the darkness behind the door. Some doors should stay shut.
Давай поговорим о том, как ты мыслишь.
Can you explain how your mind works?
Yes.
Что ты видишь во мне?
What do you sense when you focus on me?
You're too bright. Like counting birds against the sun. The mark makes you more, but past it, war and weariness, blood and battle. Life learning to lead, clash, kill. And past that, the weight of all on you. All the hopes you carry, fears you fight. You are theirs. It must be very hard. I hope I help.
Да, наверное, это
It
тяжело.
must be sad. Feeling everyone's pain all the time.
Why?
Isn't it?
No. I help. I find wounds and heal them. I salve, soothe, save. I see pain and make it better. How could I not be happy?
Ну, у тебя своеобразное представление о счастье. Расскажи, как ты помогаешь.
Walk me through the way you help someone.
I start by listening. I hear hurt, feel it fretting. Some you can solve by giving something, food, a blanket, sleep. Some are intangible, terrible tangles that catch on a crack, fix it, festering, and the person makes a pearl of pain. I shake it loose. No pearl, no pain. They can hope, they can heal.
Иногда ты думаешь о наших друзьях.
Sometimes you say things that relate to other members of the Inquisition.
They remember me. Their eyes stick, some more. they want me to be. Varric is quiet inside. He pulls me more to here, makes me a person, calls me kid, a friend. Soulless, bright and sad, observes and accepts. Spirit self, seeing the soul, soulless, but somehow sorrows.
Интересно.
I'll talk to you later.
Probably. He teaches them to fight with a secret flaw, part of a glorious strategy.
Ну, давайте начнем с
I'd like to
этого.
talk about what happened to you before we met.
Before you, Reese was my friend. He showed me I was wrong to kill the mages. I thought I was helping them. Then he and Evangeline went to Adamant, and I went with them. I was worried Evangeline would hurt Reese. We found out dangerous things. It scared Seeker Lambert, and he scared the mages. It started the rebellion. Seeker Lambert told me what I was. Reese couldn't look at me. I ran until I found more Templars. That's all.
Ты был в Адаманте?
What can you tell me about Adamant Fortress?
It is old, full of sadness and pain. It should be torn down. The veil is thin. We found a demon there. It had touched a man and made him real again. It scared Reese and Evangeline. The man wasn't supposed to be real. Then the demon found us. It put me back in the cupboard on a bad day. Reese and Evangeline saved me.
Скажи мне об искателе Ламберте.
You said Seeker Lambert told you what you were.
I'm hiding Reese from him, but he chose words and sees. I won't let you hurt Reese. My nose explodes, a shower of blood. Just another parasite that's wormed its way into our world, feeding off all the things you can't have. What we found at Adamant made him angry. We were the first rock rolling at the top of a mountain. He had to stop us. He killed so many. He didn't care. Cold, corrupt. So I came and killed him.
А зачем было ходить в крепость искателей?
If you hated Seeker Lambert, why go to the Seeker Fortress?
Because he was right. I was a demon. I saw demons at Adamant. They put people in the dark, in the old hurts. I didn't want to be that. I'd heard the old songs of Templars at Val Royeaux and followed them. If I forgot, fought, fell to felling, Templars would kill the demon. I wouldn't hurt anyone again.
Ты убивал магов?
What did you mean when you said you killed mages?
Some of the mages at the spire wanted to die. Too sad, too scared, too much. I didn't know what I was. A ghost, I thought. Fading in the fade. When I came to them, they could see me. I used the knife to set them free. When Reese found out, he made me stop, made me understand. There were other ways to help. I didn't know.
Ты освобождал их, ты заблуждался. Ну, наверное, он заблуждался просто-напросто.
It sounds like you didn't know what you were doing.
No, I killed people. I knew. I just thought I had to. They were hurting, helpless, haunted. It was all I could do. It was wrong. I was wrong. If I start again, you or Cassandra or Cullen need to kill me.
Рис был твоим другом.
What can you tell me about Reese?
He was a mage. He saw me when most couldn't, and he remembered. He helped me, and I watched over him. I worried Evangeline would hurt him. She was a Templar, but she didn't like hurting people. When I left, she stayed. Now she watches over him. They should have been with the rebels. Maybe they ran away together instead. Neither of them like killing.
Их можно найти.
If you like, I could use the resources of the Inquisition to locate your friend.
No. If they are alive and safe, they should stay away. The last time he saw me, he didn't want to look at me. He saw a monster. Let him forget.
Ты был при восстании.
What was the Spire like when the Mage Rebellion started?
Dead and dying, begging and bloody. Some wanted freedom, some peace, some war. Some wanted it all to stop. Evangeline was a Templar. But she helped Reese help the others. She set them free. Adrian was a mage. But she killed mages to force the fight. She wanted blood. Reese just wanted to help. To stop people hurting. Maybe that's why he saw me.
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know?
Ага, доступна задача поиски Риса и Евангелины. Не, ну персонаж очень интересный, хоть и непростой. Его трудно понять порой бывает, но интересный персонаж.
I'd like to talk with you about Templars.
They're heavy with forgotten songs, like Varric. Some of them are too loud. It's hard to stay near them. Cullen is softer, but demons asked questions that hurt him. Evangeline was kinder. I want to explain, but Reese's mother spoke to spirits, but not to him. Then she died for a Templar he loved. Words just bounce off the edges.
Что ты думаешь о них?
What's your general opinion of Templars?
Some like hurting mages. It makes them happy, or less afraid, or dreams again. Woke up shaking, stalking the ground for one who looks like her. Always some rule being broken. But not all Templars listen when whispers crawl around inside them. They try to protect people, like Cullen. The good ones remember that mages are people.
Калин хороший тип, да, я с тобой согласен. Что скажешь о красных храмовниках?
Can you tell me more about how the Red Templars are different?
The red lyrium is different, darker, daggers under the skin. It eats you inside until you're nothing. They hear a different song. The song behind the door, old whispers want opened. They are dead and dark and done.
Расскажи, как ты ощущаешь храмовников.
Tell me more about how the Templars feel to you?
They feel older than they look. They've been changed and their bodies are incomplete now. The lyrium helps, but their bodies always want to connect to something older, bigger than they are. That's why they block magic. They reach for that other thing, and magic has no room to come in. Like when I listen to Varric.
I'll talk to you later.
Probably.
То есть это как-то связано гномы, лириум и храмовники. И те, и другие невосприимчивы к магии.
He was dead the whole time.
И это как-то связано с лириумом. Интересно.
I'd like to talk with you about the Inquisition.
I don't understand it. The people talk like it's a person, but it's not even a thing. A dagger can be a way to let pain out, but even if it isn't, it's still a dagger. The Inquisition isn't real unless it has something real to make it. It's like a spirit.
I'll talk to you later.
Так, ну,
How do you know?
по Инквизиции он что-то сказать не может отдельное. Так, тут мы не были, да? Сэра обосновалась здесь. Какая-то записка. Новости со всего Тедоса. Убежище уничтожено темнейшим и опаснейшим. Трагические вести с Морозных гор. Святилище пилигримов, где зародилась новая инквизиция, уничтожена. По неподтвержденной информации в нападении участвовал дракон, похожий на архидемона. Появляются опасения о начале нового мора. Так как церковь продолжает идти ко дну, многие боятся, что гибель убежища положит неизбежный конец инквизиции. Но надежда есть, и сообщают, что вести Кондраста и главы инквизиции выжил и нашли новое пристанище. Глашатай Белинас. Сэр, а ты мне что скажешь?
Inquisitor. It's Inquisitor now, right? Remember that war we talked about stopping? Full of little badges I can stick with little arrows. That's not a friggin' archdemon, is it? Droste, what does that do?
Я этого тоже не ожидал.
I've apparently been through a lot. But yes, Corypheus was a surprise.
No, a surprise would be, oh, I stepped in dog shite. No one says, oh, a Magister God monster, I'm surprised. Impossible things aren't surprises.
Ну, Корифей вполне реально.
The ancient thing trying to kill us seems pretty real.
Don't get me started. Oh, wait, too late, right? A Magister who cracked the Black City. It's a hazy dream, right? I mean, if it's real, then the seat of the Maker? Real thing. A seat needs a book, so the Maker? Real thing. Fairy stories about the start and end of the world? Real things. It's too far, innit? I just want to plug the Skyhole rubbish so I can go play.
Ну, ее как-то трудно понять. Так ты веришь или нет?
You joined to help the little people caught up in this. But do you believe or not?
In Andraste? Of course.
But you doubt what you're seeing and hearing.
It can't be true. Even fanatics don't want to be this right. Look, I have arrows. I can make this Corypheus believe in those. Good enough? Please be good enough.
Ну, вообще, да, мне нужна надежда, а не эгоизм.
I'm fighting Magisters. I need you aiming higher than simple selfishness.
Lumpy wants to be a god, and you glow or something. I just want to fix things, so I don't have to think about what's real or not.
Ну, на жердя он не похож. Уже почти здравое рассуждение.
I know, scary, innit? So bring 'em on. But first, food. I'm starving.
Ну вот лучше покушай. Перекуси где-нибудь, а то голова забита дуростью.
Something on?
Почему ты присоединилась ко мне?
So you like to have fun. The Inquisition seems an odd fit. Why are you really here?
What do you mean? To help people.
По-моему, тут что-то еще.
It's starting to sound like you were looking for something more.
It is. Mostly. Okay, fine. This talk and I want to see.
See what?
I don't know. I've got all this chantry stuff in my head, and it makes sense, right? But it's buzzy. I want to see if it's all really real. I just don't know if I want to really know. So I'm selfish. It's all for me. Count yourself lucky, I guess.
Для Инквизиции
I'll be back if I need you.
из не лучшее из качеств, мне кажется. Так, все мои спутники на улице стоят. Здесь что? Тоже какая-то кузница или что? Ага. Оружейку хотят здесь устроить. Ну, в принципе, да. Логично. Тут и плавильни есть. Рабочие. И точильный камень. Для этого. Тут вон разрушения какие-то. Какой-то закуток непонятный. Там вроде бы что-то и есть, но я туда не могу попасть. Тут вон все заставлено. Лизетта.
Thank you for Haven. Less so for Redcliffe, but I am committed to serve your worship.
Понятно.
Scout Harding.
Your worship.
Что нового?
What's been going on?
Seeker Cassandra came through here, looking like a storm cloud. That's just her face, though, isn't it?
Что ты здесь делаешь?
Shouldn't you be out there scouting?
In a bit. We're in Skyhold for supplies and a change of personnel. Not me, though. Indispensable.
Ладно.
Take care.
Береги себя. Эх. Иен.
It was a mistake to use Haven as a base of operations. The town was completely indefensible.
Это вопрос не ко мне.
I didn't choose Haven. Cassandra and Liliana did.
Accepting a bad choice blindly is hardly a virtue, darling. You left yourself vulnerable to attack. It was a miscalculation, one that I'm sure you won't repeat. But the enemy struck a serious blow against you and the Inquisition. We must recognize that. You must.
У меня не вышло спасти всех.
For every person I saved, 2 more were cut down. I failed them.
You haven't failed them, my dear. The men and women who fight for you gave their lives for a great cause, and they fought to the end. The rest still fight, and you will fail them if you give up now. Our enemy advances, Inquisitor. We must not sit idly by. Act first, and teach them to fear us. You can become the leader the faithful require, but you must do it soon. Yes?
Ну, скажи мне о круге.
I wanted to ask you about the Circle of Magi.
Of course. What do you wish to know?
Как началось восстание?
How did we come to this state where the Circle's in revolt?
A failure of perspective that infected Circle leadership. Mages lived solely in a world of Templars and mages. They could not even imagine what was beyond the tower walls. Kirkwall gave the world a reason to remember its fear of magic. A mage killed hundreds with a snap of their fingers. Across Thedas, a new tangible fear of magic grew. Commoners and nobles alike called out to the Chantry for protection. But the malcontents in the towers thought nothing of this. They cared only for themselves and for their anger at the new Templar restrictions. When a mage attempted to assassinate Divine Justinia, again, the mages protested the investigation. The leadership chose to vote on independence based on the intolerable conditions imposed by the Templars, sparing no thought to the fact that magic was more feared in the aftermath of these attacks than it had been since Tevinter's day. So long as they had their freedom, they could care little for riots, angry mobs, or about pitting mages against each other.
Вы знаете Фиону?
Are you familiar with Grand Enchanter Fiona?
We've met. Before her horrendously ill-timed and selfish vote for independence, I thought her adequate at her job. In her dotage, she could not handle looking after the well-being of so many people. We would have done better to replace her years ago, to let her spend time gardening.
Это было оправдано?
Did they have cause to rebel?
In the aftermath of their terrorist attacks, was that really the most opportune time to break away? By all means protest abuses by the Templars. Just don't do it in a way that says mages support wholesale murder. By voting when they did, my colleagues all but declared war upon the ordinary people of Thedas. A war in which we are outnumbered 100 to 1.
Маги дерутся с
I thought
магами?
the fighting was only between mages and Templars. Why are mages fighting mages?
The vote for independence was carried by only a small margin, but Fiona chose to let the motion stand. Those who opposed a rash declaration of war against the entire free world had little choice. By breaking from the Chantry when they did, the rebels declared themselves in support of mass murder. Anyone who did not wish to support terrorism and the slaughter of innocents was forced to take arms against the rebels. Yes?
Ну, пусть о себе
I'd like to know
расскажет.
more about you, Madame Vivian.
Whatever would you like to know?
Как вы оказались при дворе?
I'm curious how a Circle mage winds up at court here.
Nobody winds up at court, my dear. It takes a great deal of effort to arrive there. I caught the eye of Duke Bastien de Gislaine, an advantageous connection that opened many doors. When the position of enchanter to the Imperial Court became vacant, I was able to secure it.
Вы вышли замуж за герцога?
You're married to the Duke de Ghislaine?
Of course not, my dear. Don't be ridiculous. Marriage is the business of alliance and inheritance. I'm Bastien's mistress.
А что думает его жена?
And what does the Duchess de Ghislaine think of this arrangement?
We got along quite well. Duchess Nicoline and I used to host musical salons together. She was a great patron of the arts. She passed away from a fever a few years ago. Poor dear.
Что делает придворный чародей?
What duties does the court enchanter have?
I am tasked with providing assistance to the Empress on arcane matters. Most of my predecessors restricted this to lighting lamps and doing parlor tricks. In such troubled times as these, however, I provide political advice to Her Majesty on the subject of the Mage Rebellion.
Понятно все с тобой. Так. Сейчас хочу с Кассандрой пообщаться.
Have you met this friend of Varric's, Inquisitor?
Not yet, no.
It had better not be who I think it is. I will wring that little bastard's neck.
О ком ты думаешь?
Why? Who do you think it is?
Someone Varric claimed he could not contact. Someone the Inquisition, indeed all of Thredas, desperately needed. I'll reserve judgment until I know for certain. No need to have that rogue screaming persecution yet again.
May I ask you about the Chantry?
It is difficult to say what becomes of the Chantry now. They have no Templars, no leadership, and no one left who is worthy of succeeding the Divine. It has fallen apart when everyone needs it the most. I ache to think what this will mean in the days to come.
Будет новая верховная жрица?
Will the Chantry replace Divine Justinia?
They will try. Once the priests withdraw for the Grand Consensus, it is against Chantry law for them to emerge without naming a new Divine. Sometimes it takes days, or weeks, or even months. The problem now is that no clear successor to Justinia exists. All worthy clerics died with her at the Conclave.
А если они не придут к
So
согласию?
what happens if they can't agree on someone?
Theoretically, they will argue until exhaustion takes them or they see reason. Practically, however, if the Grand Consensus goes on too long, the Chantry will crumble. Any cleric with ambition but little sense will see this as her one chance, and plenty of such clerics exist. We shall see what happens. The Inquisition must act in the meantime.
Ты будешь служить новой жрице?
If they do choose a new Divine, will you serve her?
That depends on whether she would have me. I am a rebel now, remember? And even if she would, I do not know.
Да уж помню.
It would depend on what type of divine she is. I am no longer in a position to follow blindly, and no new divine could expect such obedience now.
Почему ты ушла из церкви?
I'm surprised you rebelled against the Chantry.
I left my own order when they took the wrong path. It is no different. But in neither case did I stop caring. Indeed, I care so much that I feel drastic action is necessary. I suppose history shall one day judge my actions.
Стоит ли спасать церковь?
The Chantry is worth preserving.
If you ask my opinion, it is. Absolutely. Cast the Chantry aside and new problems replace old ones. We will have learned nothing from history. The people need stability, and the Chantry needs a new purpose. Andraste had a dream for us. It can still be achieved.
Какова новая цель?
So what should that new purpose be?
A dedication to what is truly important. Instead of building cathedrals and sewing gowns for the divine, the Chantry used to spend its coin feeding the poor. If we are to spread the Maker's word across the world, We must do so with open hearts and open hands.
Ну, звучит идеалистично.
That sounds rather idealistic of you.
Does it? I do not think it's so unachievable. The Chantry has many good, honest people. They just need direction and inspiration. They need to be freed from centuries of adherence to tradition and ceremony. The chance for renewal is at our fingertips. It does not have to come with utter chaos.
Меня вот волнует другой вопрос. А нужна ли вообще церковь, если создателя не существует? Сэр Моррис. Ну, до него пока нельзя достучаться. А может быть и нужна, чтобы люди не впадали в панику и в уныние, а может быть и нет. Сложно сказать. Такая внушительная крепость. Горы красивые. Давай еще ее порасспрашиваем.
Leliana is receiving reports of mages becoming possessed, Templars going rogue. No one is dealing with these matters. I was hoping we might, before they get worse.
Да, конечно.
We can certainly look into it.
I will mark these incidents on the map as I learn of them, Inquisitor. And I would be pleased to accompany you if and when you investigate.
I have some more questions.
Why am I not surprised?
Что случилось с твоим братом?
Tell me about your brother.
I would prefer not to speak of Anthony. Another time, perhaps.
Все-таки до сих пор не
I'll
хочется
let you get back to
рассказывать.
work.
Ну, наверное, с ней нужно сблизиться, чтобы она рассказала. Ну, о искателях
Can you tell me
расскажи.
more about the Seekers?
The Seekers of Truth were born from the original Inquisition long ago, when it united with the Chantry. Seekers stood above the Templars, watching over them but also investigating magical events they couldn't handle. We were meant to be incorruptible, above reproach. How seldom does reality match the ideal?
Искатели, кто они?
What are Seekers exactly?
Those who know anything of us think we are Templars. We do not use Lyrium, however. Our abilities are different, as was our original purpose. We disciplined the Templars and were accountable only to the Divine, and not even her, truthfully.
Так вы возглавляли храмовников?
So, the Seekers commanded the Templars?
No, the Order didn't assume command until after the rebellion. The Templars have always feared us. When a Seeker arrived at a circle, they knew trouble was afoot. That kind of power is troubling. You begin to think you are the only one who can solve the world's problems. If you don't see a problem, it doesn't exist. If someone insists it does, they are the blind ones.
Это было поправимо?
Do you think that kind of problem could ever be fixed?
Possibly. Though the Seekers themselves would need to change. They were clearly not willing to, even though they abandoned everything they stood for to avoid it. In my heart, I believe they can still be salvaged, but not by their own hands.
Хотя, наверное, я не знаю, есть ли смысл зачитывать эти вопросы. Если все равно люди могут их прочитать, когда я на них нажимаю. Ну, давай уж. Давайте тогда, наверное, я просто их не буду зачитывать. А там, где озвучки нету, наверное, в тех играх я буду озвучивать все.
You mentioned that Seekers have different abilities than Templars.
Entirely. A Templar's abilities come from Lyrium and are designed to hunt mages. Ours come from ritual and many years of dedicated training. We cannot be possessed by demons and are immune to mind control. Useful considering our role. Seekers can gain other gifts, though that depends on the individual.
What kind of gifts do you have?
I can set delirium within a person's blood aflame. Both mages and Templars bend before my will. Some Seekers use it to interrogate, others simply to paralyze. Once there was a Seeker who could use it to kill. That particular gift is considered rare.
How does someone become a Seeker?
Most Seekers begin training in their youth. I was much older, an exception due to my noble birth. We train rigorously for years. Our bodies and minds must be elastic to undergo the vigil, and most fail even then.
Is the vigil some kind of initiation?
It is the rite every Seeker must go through in order to summon their gifts. A full year of fasting, prayer, and separation from all distractions, including other people. We empty ourselves of all emotion, focusing only on the purity of our devotion. And the moment it finally ends, it's wonderful. Faith realized. I cannot put it into words.
Was it some kind of magic?
I don't fully understand it, to be honest. If the vigil was not so arduous, I'd say more should attempt it. What if mages never needed to fear possession by demons? I'm told it's impossible, however. I suppose I'll never know the truth of it now.
Why did your order turn against the Chantry?
We originally united with the Chantry through a treaty that stated they would keep mages under control. It was felt Most Holy had tacitly allowed the Circle of Magi to vote on its independence, thus breaking the treaty. The Seekers saw themselves as justified, and they led the Templars into a war of righteousness.
You sound like you disagree.
We knew what was happening at Kirkwall, where the Mage Rebellion began. We looked into reports of Knight Commander Meredith's harsh treatment of her charges years earlier. But we found so many shocking cases of magical corruption, it was decided her actions were justified. If we'd been there when it happened, if we'd looked harder at the root causes.
What happened couldn't be avoided. It started long ago.
We weren't helpless. We had the power to act and chose not to. When faced with a problem, the Seekers would close ranks and crush it. We would find an answer, but only once we felt we weren't being coerced. The moment the mages voted for independence, our response was predictable. It was difficult to watch.
I've no more questions.
Greetings.
That's enough for now.
Я и не знал, что существует такой надхрамовнический элемент, как искатели истины. Вот теперь буду знать, кто такая Кассандра по своему роду
Do you have any
деятельности.
advice for me?
Tell that demon, what does it call itself? Cole. Tell it to leave. He may not mean harm, but that does not mean he will not harm us. Spirits are not creatures to take at face value. Be cautious with him, Inquisitor.
Do you have any advice for me?
Treat Dorian with caution. It's possible he could be what he seems, a Tevinter mage wishing to do better than his countrymen. What if he is not? At best, his presence makes the Inquisition appear to have questionable allies.
Do you have any advice for me?
Watch the treasury carefully, with that Sarah present.
You think she's here to rob us?
Possibly not, but I would hardly put it past her.
Do you have any advice for me?
It's good that you recruited Enchanter Vivian into the Inquisition. She is ambitious, but has always shown sense in her dealings with the Chantry. My advice would be to watch her, but heed her when she speaks. That one wastes no words.
Do you have any advice for me?
We must guard Skyhold carefully. There is no telling when Corypheus will next attack.
That's enough for now.
Тут
Another time, then.
советы взвешенные, такие интересные. Так, а Железный Бык что нам хочет сказать?
Inquisitor, huh? Well, you've got the fortress for it. Speaking of which, when you've got a second, there's something I want to show you.
Что ты хочешь мне показать?
What do you want me to come see? Here, come on. I'll show you. Why am I dressed like this? You'll see. Come on. It'll be worth your time, I promise. Evening. Iron Wolf. My merc band just joined up.
Tanner. I'm from Jada. Well, Neotator.
Mira. I was guard captain for Lady Pendel. Signed on after shit blew up at the conclave. Share a drink? Who's your friend?
This is Grim. He doesn't talk much.
Блин. В смысле, я не понимаю этого. Он меня переодел в другую одежду. Типа замаскировал. А головной убор-то где? Они же прекрасно видят, что я инквизитор. Что я Алёшка. Кого они пытаются надурить этим? Или это баг такой? Как она жизнь?
They claim. Do I know you from somewhere?
So, you ready to kill some demons? Or predatory? Or whatever that Corypheus asshole is?
This isn't just about killing. We're helping the Inquisitor save the world and build the next empire.
Значит, есть прок от Инквизитора.
Sounds like the Inquisitor's doing some good work. Well, as long as I get paid, I'm happy. That's why I signed up.
I just couldn't spend my whole life on the farm. You didn't live a little, you know.
What about you, Mira? Why'd you join up? I thought you were serving some noble.
I saw what happened at Haven. The Inquisitor staring down that monster and his archdemon. I don't think the chant of light as much as I should. But you can't see something like that and not believe.
Well, Grim and I should find our tents. Thanks for the drink.
Цирк какой-то.
I know every soldier under my command. You don't have that option. But a few faces might help.
Почему-то так себя вел.
You made it sound like you didn't like the Inquisition. People don't always tell the truth when you're polite. You've got to poke them a bit.
Ну, было полезно.
It was good to get their perspective. Yeah. Sounds like we could use an easy win for boys like Tanner. And vets like Mira have seen enough to be wary. You've got a good army coming along. Remember that. No matter what comes next.
Окей.
How's it going?
Все,
See you
боку.
later, Bo. Nice talking.
Ну, вообще камерой. Отлично. Показала в мою сторону. Блэко.
So, this is Skyhold. Come, let's walk the ramparts. I want to examine our fortifications. We'll be able to see Corypheus coming from miles away.
Он нас тоже заметит издалека.
On the other hand, that means he can see us from miles away. Let him come. I swear I'll take the twister bastard down, even if I have to die to do it.
Благодарю тебя.
I'm grateful for your support. It's my job, isn't it? Killing Darkspawn. Look, in spite of it all, there is hope. The people flock to your banner. They believe in you. Tell me honestly, are you what they say you are? Andraste's chosen? There's so little I remember. What if they're right? Does it even matter? Don't you see what you are to them? Without you, they'd be consumed by despair. We all would. They need you to be Andraste's messenger. It gives them hope. The truth doesn't matter. Listen to me talk. Your time is valuable and I've wasted enough of it. Majestic. How was a place like this ever lost?
Ну да, красиво.
Inquisitor. Let's talk about the Grey Wardens. You must know a lot about them.
Ah, the Wardens. I'm afraid we're less exciting than we seem.
How do the Wardens deal with archdemons?
Short answer. Stick it with swords until it stops moving.
Wardens are in all the stories. If it was that easy, anyone could do it.
No, it really is that simple. Just because the archdemon is magic doesn't mean it can't be killed with swords. It just has to be a Grey Warden sword. Look, it's not the killing blow that's the problem. It's getting the dragon to the point where it's vulnerable, where it actually can be killed. There's no short answer for that, I'm afraid.
Let's continue this at another time.
As you wish. I'll be here if you need me. Something on your mind?
What do you think of the Inquisition?
This Inquisition is everyone's best friend. How Josephine managed to pull that off is beyond me.
We should read. Inquisitor? How much do you know about Corypheus?
Not much. I always thought the stories of magisters corrupting the Golden City were just that, stories. I didn't expect them to be true, and I certainly didn't expect to find one of them still alive.
Don't the Grey Wardens know everything about Darkspawn?
You don't have to know how a Darkspawn came to be in order to kill it. We're soldiers, not historians. And the world will be better off if people focused on defeating evil rather than explaining how it came to be.
Corypheus stopped being human a long time ago. Darkspawn don't have human lifespans, do they?
No, I suppose they don't. They're unnatural and sustained by evil. It's been thousands of years. You'd think the Wardens would have managed to kill the first Darkspawn by now.
Do you know if there are more Darkspawn like Corypheus?
I don't know. I'm not sure any Warden knows.
Let's discuss something else. Nothing.
Никакой конкретики от него мы получить не смогли. Ладно. Осмотрим стены. После этого двинемся в саму крепость. Если, конечно, время нам позволит это сделать. Но тут раздрай полный. Яблоки, книги какие-то, кубки валяются, шкафы. Что здесь кровать вообще в сторожевой башне делает? С портретами вообще непонятно. Дверь заперта. Так, тут уже башня разбита. Но, что хочу сказать, зато приятный вид отсюда. Башни сторожевые. Это, я так понимаю, лагеря с войском Инквизиции. Горы великолепный и захватывающий дух. Прям ух. Здесь что? То же самое, раздрай полный. Тут вообще пробоина. Так, туда не пробиться. Ясно. Пойдем тогда в замок. Дорога перебита. Эту дверь можно войти, эту дверь тоже можно войти. А, тут все завалено мусором. Так, сюда можно зайти. Давай, ладно, зайдем сюда.
What's this place? So much room for whatever was here.
Тут на диванчике Совас обосновался. Но мебель у него такая дороговатая. А тут завален проход, да? Как известный нам партнер, Инквизиция, леди Монтелье удостоверилась, что наши контактные лица с ответами не медлят. Некоторые труды, бывшие в наличии, приложены к этому письму, остальные находятся в пути из библиотек Валрайо и его окрестностей. Архивариус Банан. Литература это ни к чему. Наверху вон тоже можно подняться, посмотреть, что там. Расскажи мне больше о себе.
I'm interested in what you told me of yourself and your studies. If you have time, I'd like to hear more.
You continue to surprise me. All right, let us talk. Preferably somewhere more interesting than this.
Странная загрузка. Вроде как мы по крепости должны были походить, побеседовать. И вот тебе на. Блэквоу, когда беседовал, не было. Ой, Блэквоу, железный бык. Когда беседовал, да, в принципе, Блэквоу не было таких долгих загрузок. Так, я что-то не понял.
Why here?
Haven is familiar. It will always be important to you.
We talked about that already.
I sat beside you while you slept, studying the anchor.
Спасибо.
I'm glad someone was watching over me.
You were a mystery. You still are. I ran every test I could imagine. Searched the Fade, yet found nothing. Cassandra suspected duplicity. She threatened to have me executed as an apostate if I didn't produce results.
Еще бы.
Cassandra's like that with everyone.
Yes. You were never going to wake up? How could you? Mortals sent physically through the Fade. I was frustrated, frightened. The spirits I might have consulted had been driven away by the breach. Although I wished to help, I had no faith in Cassandra, or she in me. I was ready to flee.
Куда?
The breach threatened the whole world. Where did you plan to go?
Someplace far away, where I might research a way to repair the breach before its effects reached me. I never said it was a good plan. I told myself, one more attempt to seal the rifts. I tried and failed. No ordinary magic would affect them. I watched the rifts expand and grow, resigned myself to flee, and then... It seems you hold the key to our salvation. You had sealed it with a gesture. And right then, I felt the whole world change.
Хорошо, что ты остался.
For all our sakes, I'm pleased that you stuck around.
As am I. You have fractured rules of man and nature. and you will shatter more before you are done. To visit me here, and you not even a mage.
What do you mean?
Where do you think we were?
This isn't real.
That's a matter of debate. Probably best discussed after you.
О, мы в тени, что ли? О, как. Побеседовали, называется. Это был сон, поэтому и загрузка-то пошла. Ну, что тут можно сказать? Слово настоящий исследователь в области тени, поэтому ему даже меня усыпить, или я сам по себе уснул, труда бы не составило. Так, а где я нахожусь? Кровать, диванчик, камин. Ух ты ж. Вот это виды. Здесь открываются. Ох, красота какая. Только я не пойму, где я до сих пор. Какие-то лавки, стулья. Одежда, шкаф. Непорочность. О, другое дело. Торжественное деяние. Зимний дворец. Ну-ка. О. Желтая, да? Так, а вот этот темный такой. Мне больше нравится фрак. Буду в этой одежде ходить. Хотя... Наверное, стоит в такой одежде расхаживать. Потому что она как бы в этот фэнтезийный такой средневековый мир дополняет. Это моя личная библиотека, что ли? Полученные рецепты. Да, денег здесь не жалеют. Так, ну опять же, все разрушено, все раздолблено. Вороны какие-то поселились. Наверное, засрали всю башню. Ага. Комнаты. Это, я так понимаю, я в этих комнатах был. Так, тут. Смотри, уже и дорогу расчистили.
Someone emptied a whole bag of turnips into the fire. Ah, Mecca, the smell is everywhere. I was going to use them for dinner and then... I can't recall who took them.
Отчет о постройке. Смерть на стене. Наш штукатур Герин упал с лесов и приземлился на брусчатку. Час он еще дышал, но глаз так и не открыл. Он умер, и сестры церкви накрыли его тело. Что нам делать? бригадир Шерис. Пусть его тело присоединится к остальным погибшим после убежища. Его имя будет упоминаться вместе с теми, кто пожертвовал жизнью ради Инквизиции. Приведите эту бригаду на другое рабочее место, если будет просить, предложите им оплачиваемые выходные. Следите, чтобы рабочие трудились в безопасной обстановке. Вы ведь не участвуете ни в войне, ни в гонках. Спешка, если от нее мы теряем кого-то, нам пользы не принесет. Каждый из нас часть Инквизиции. Леди Монтелье. Слушай, ну, похоже, пока я спал, тут какой-то порядок навели. Какая-то стройка началась. Мост вот этот сделали. Ну-ка, давайте еще пройдемся. Посмотрим, что здесь к чему. Посмотрим, что здесь. Какой-то путь еще появился. Тут постепенно какие-то леса поставили. Путь здесь открылся. Нинева.
Thank you for saving my life and giving us a chance to help. I'm mostly studying now, but Hedisma can talk to you.
Так, ну-ка. Тут до сих пор все запустение, да? Ничего не изменилось. О, и тут разгребли дорогу. Отчет о постройке смесь элементов. Я буду стараться по мере сил, но тут ведь две разные конструкции. Skyhold строили в несколько этапов. Или перестраивали. Стоит ли нам в этом так вкладываться? Если он уже пал когда-то, разве можем мы быть уверены, что он не падет снова? ЖИ на починке фундамента. Одно слово инквизитор. Вкладываемся и работаем. Мы сильны настолько, насколько сильна вера слабейших из нас. Кассандра Пентагаст. Так, а тут что такое? Вот торговцы появились. Же. Какая-то башня наша. Тут до сих пор все развалено, все разрушено, все раздроблено. Тут дорога перебита чертям собачьим. Вон еще какая-то дорога, неизвестно куда. Колодец. Там вон кто-то сидит. О. Столовая. Статуя. Так, научник. Кстати, а что у нас? Что у нас вообще с доспехами здесь? Едкий витар из глубинного охотника. А это раскрашенное лицо типа. Понятно все. Вероятность критического удара вон 9. Кольчуга авангарда. Куртка авангарда. Не, ну я белое все продам в любом случае. Аксессуары, что можем ему предложить? Магия, она ему не нужна. Вот этому товарищу. Оскверняющая руна. Ну хрен его знает. Пока не будем ему ставить, он мне не нравится этот Клинок. О, поглощающая, отклоняющая кольчуга. Давай. Вот это уже другое дело. Более так серьезно выглядит. Шляпа Коула. Что это все попродавать? Посох великого чародея, тихое Дженни, духов, так. Пиратский длинный лук. Продаем. Белое все продаем к чертовой матери. В принципе, тоже можно продать слабое. На магию продадим. Продаем. Другой мусор. Так, а купить что у него можно? Топор драконоборца. Прям такой серьезный по суммам маголов. Щит офигительный просто. Ну блин, стоит же просто заоблачных денег.
Or ill edge, rat red, she of the red. Talk often turns to red, a rose interesting tree. You're old.
Здесь что, конюшня, что ли? Ну да, конюшня. О, объездчик. Как лошади.
Surprisingly well. Not many could feed these people, let alone their mounts. Makes me wonder what you're capable of.
Как ваша семья поживает?
Elena's minding the farms. Sienna's still running her full races. Wouldn't be fair to drag them up here. I miss them. But someone has to save the world. Farewell.
Ну это точно. Блэкволл здесь обосновался. Лошадей стругает. Тут припасы, да, наверху? Сено, припасы, какие-то тюки.
This is just... It's something to keep their hands busy. I'm grateful you tracked me down when you did. As exciting as wandering the woodlands was, this is better. It's good to be part of something so important. Something that could change things.
Я рад.
I'm pleased that you feel that way. Makes me sound like a Chantry sister, doesn't it? Some giddy new initiate. And so be it. I suppose you've earned my loyalty and girlish enthusiasm. You are who you choose to follow. Someone told me that once. Took me years to understand what he meant.
Мудрые слова.
There's wisdom in that. It was a chevalier who said those words to me. A powerful man, but never without honor. A true knight. We met as competitors in the Grand Tourney. He left me with that advice before we parted. Put aside his own ambitions to help me win the melee. I don't think I ever thanked him.
На большом турнире.
What is this Grand Tourney? You've never heard of it? The Grand Tourney of the Free Marches. It's a spectacle. Song, dance, wine, every amusement you can imagine. But the greatest part is the contest of arms. Prove yourself in the Grand Tourney, and you can make your fortune.
Что произошло?
How did he help you? There were 100 men on the field, each one fighting for himself. The knight and I had forged an alliance. It was just the two of us, and we took all comers. The goal, down as many opponents as possible. He always let me deliver the final blow.
He must have wanted something from you to help like that.
A pupil, a squire, someone to teach and to mold. He saw my potential. When it was over, he offered to mentor me, to teach me to become a chevalier like him. And I, young and stupid, turned him down flat. I just won the melee at the Grand Tourney. I didn't need him. I should have gone with him. Perhaps things could have been different.
Different doesn't always mean better.
In this case, I think it would have been better. But I'm older, hopefully wiser. And I think I've chosen the right person to walk with.
Ну, он Блэкволл похож на благородного воина.
Inquisitor?
Nothing right now. Perhaps.
Ну, мы с ним уже наговорились. Кстати, нужно посмотреть, что там по времени уже у меня остается. В принципе, еще минут 9 у меня есть, 10. Можно еще побродить, побродяжничать, посмотреть, что к чему. Тут уже слышу шум кузнецов. Уже работа кипит, да? Оружие готово, уже луки, стрелы, молоты, щиты, копья. В общем, работа уже в разгаре. Кассандра на своем месте.
Yes.
Трогать мы ее не будем. Так, тут дверь тоже стала доступной. Прочесть. Так. Письмо домой. Папа, нет, я не вернусь домой. Я знаю, что случилось с убежищем. Я там был, и я не боюсь погибнуть. Если никто из нас не наберется храбрости, погибнут вообще все. Я твой сын. Если ты больше ничему и никому не веришь, поверь хотя бы мне. Инквизиция — наша последняя надежда. И еще, перестань, пожалуйста, в таком тоне говорить об инквизиторе. Ты дуешь на воду, он не пытается занять место верховной жрицы, заменить собой церковь или стать богом. Да, инквизитор происходит из знатного рода, из Острика, город такой, поищи его на карте. Но это не значит, что ему нет дела до простого народа. Я тоже поначалу насторожился, но после всего того, что он сделал для нас, уже не сомневаюсь. Инквизитору верю как самому себе. Надеюсь, ты поймешь, что мне этого правда хочется, и что это я считаю своим долгом. Мама бы мною гордилась и хотела бы, чтобы ты тоже гордился. Твой сын, верный солдат инквизиции Юстас. Так, а тут солдатская казарма, что ли, или что это такое? Какая-то песня какая-то. Сэр Моррис.
Oh, Bells, it's you. Morris. Sir Morris, I suppose. I'm serving as quartermaster for Skyhawk and its arriving throngs. Stores are growing, and so long as we have fair coin to restock, you and yours will be well served.
А где интендант Трен?
The previous quartermaster survived Haven. Where is she?
She had views. Has views. Perfectly legitimate ones if you share them, Inquisitor. I believe it was felt that your quartermaster should be more palatable now that the Inquisition is in Orlais. She continues to serve, just not at the fore.
Хорошо ли вы в деле?
What makes you ideal for this position? It's an important one.
My family has ties to several freehold militias, as well as cousins acting as officers in Ferelden and Orlais.
And your qualifications?
My family holds treaties with 3 new money Tevinter houses, and a rare Orzina contract with a Paragon namesake.
And your qualifications?
To be honest, Your Worship, that was my question. I am the nexus of a dozen threads tied by others, designed to cast the widest and most appealing resource net. But I will rise to the occasion. Skyhold will want for nothing. I swear it. Heaven.
Уходил от ответа прямого.
How's it going? Do we have what we need?
Our capacity increases, as do our requests to suppliers. I've had to threaten some contracts. It was exhilarating.
Ну ладно.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
Понятно, что с тобой. Посмотреть заявки. Герб милосердия, по-моему, я должен был сделать. Забыл за него. Сад Скайхолда. Использовать пространство сада в соответствии с нуждами Инквизиции. Можно завести огород и выращивать на нем травы. А можно отделить церковный угол для сбора пожертвований. Окей. Сад Скайхолда.
We are honored to serve. Inquisitor.
But
We...
Someone left slice plums on the windowsill again. The juice is attracting flies. There are spiders everywhere. The plums were right in front of me, but can't quite recall who took them.
Это, наверное, Коул шалит. А тут так ничего и не сделали. Как было все раздолблено, так и осталось. Варик свои книги разбрасывает. Ну, тут тоже дозорных выставили. Несмотря на внушительный размер, Скайхолд не вместит всю Инквизицию, да никакая крепость не должна вмещать армию целиком. В крепостях размещаются военачальники, ядро армии. Еще один щит, охраняющий сердце, идет подготовка. Приближаются еще силы. Они услышали зов, а мы будем готовы принять их, хотя поначалу долина и будет казаться слишком голой. Ну, не знаю, не заметил, что у нас голая долина. Так, а тут прям какой-то квест. О! Вот этот путь открылся. Тут Калин устроился. Библиотеку соорудил. Стол командира. И тут что наверху? Тут у него кровать. Сундуки личные. Ну, спать, не знаю, наверное, некомфортно на такой кровати, когда у тебя над головой дырка в крыше.
Inquisitor, I've found where the Red Templars come from. They're in full redoubt. The Knights were fed red lyrium until they turned into monsters. Samson took over after their corruption was complete. How do you know Samson? He was a Templar in Kirkwall until he was expelled from the Order. I knew he was an addict, but this... Red lyrium is nothing like the lyrium given by the Chantry. Its power comes with a terrible madness.
Самсона оно уже одолевает.
Samson's armor was glowing with the stuff. He'll go mad soon enough. He seemed clear-eyed at Haven. Even so, the deluded commander is no less worrisome. The Red Templars still require lyrium. If we find their source, we can weaken them and their leader.
Прекрасная мысль.
I like finding the Red Templars' vulnerabilities before fighting them head-on. We'll need every advantage against what courses through their veins. Caravans of red lyrium are being smuggled along trade roads. Investigating them could lead to where it's being mined. If you confront them, be wary. Anything connected to Samson will be well guarded.
Окей.
As leader of the Inquisition, you... There's something I must tell you.
Плохие новости.
You're being especially serious today.
I know. Lyrium grants Templars our abilities, but it controls us as well. Those cut off suffer. Some go mad, others die. We have secured a reliable source of lyrium for the Templars here. But I no longer take it.
You stopped?
When I joined the Inquisition. It's been months now.
Почему ты раньше не говорил?
Months? You didn't think to tell me this sooner?
Has it mattered?
I don't know. Has it?
After what happened in Kirkwall, I couldn't. I will not be bound to the Order, or that life any longer. Whatever the suffering, I accept it. But I would not put the Inquisition at risk. I've asked Cassandra to watch me. If my ability to lead is compromised, I will be relieved from duty.
Ну, вообще ты как, в порядке или нет?
Are you in pain?
I can endure it.
Ну, я уважаю решение его.
Thank you for telling me. I respect what you're doing.
Thank you, Inquisitor. The Inquisition's army must always take priority. Should anything happen, I will defer to Cassandra's judgment.
Это его решение, я не вправе его за это отчитывать. Расскажи мне о Самсоне.
You and the Red Templar's leader seem to have personal history.
When I arrived in Kirkwall, Samson and I shared quarters. He seemed a decent man at first. Knight Commander Meredith later expelled Samson for erratic behavior. He ended up begging on Kirkwall streets. He committed further crimes, but managed to evade the Order's justice. Now Samson serves Corypheus as his loyal general.
Зачем он служит Корифею?
Why do you think Samson joined Corypheus?
He had a chronic lyrium addiction. He spent every last coin buying it from local smugglers. Perhaps Corypheus flattered his vanity, gave him purpose as well as lyrium. Perhaps that's all it took.
It sounds like Samson had a miserable life.
The Order expelled him, but he had choices. He could have found another path. I don't understand how he became so powerful. Even with Red Lyrium, Samson's glory days are long behind him. At your service.
Is there anything I should know?
I got used to mages disliking me on principle. Vivienne's views on Templars are surprisingly traditional.
That's all for now.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
Ладно. Наверное, мы уже будем заканчивать. Продолжим в следующей серии. Как лимит по времени мы уже исчерпали свой. Ладно, доисследуем до конца. Вот эту комнату. Вот эта комната стала доступной. Исследуем все вот это. В следующей серии. Вот, потом двинемся дальше, наверное, по сюжетной линии, а может быть и новые какие-то области откроются. Будем их исследовать. В любом случае, как бы будет интересно, думаю. Если вам понравилось мое прохождение, ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на мой канал на Ютубе. Всем спасибо за ваше внимание и до новых встреч. Пока.